Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. So new Dragonmaid support? Well, it's not only for Dragonmaid, I was looking at branded as well. But I mean, it's a Dragonmaid card, even though it's not called or not named Dragonmaid. But you can make it, with Ron Dragon Fusion monsters, so basically most of the Dragon, at least extra deck monsters for Dragonmaids, and a higher level Dragon monster, so level 7 or higher, which could be the counterparts of the Dragonmaids. And I eventually added in the small light and dark dragons as well. They are actually solid. Over a more pure version, which is more bricky to hand traps, but these... I might add in one more maybe, so one of each, one light, one dark, but they extend and they could potentially force out hand traps as well to threaten your opponent with the, the Omni Negation, of Dragonmaid, the fusion. And another card that definitely has a place, or can have a place in this deck is Duality, only because of this. The thing is that very similar to Masquerina, probably your opponent should, well, I mean, in case of Duality, whatever, or Book of Moon, yeah, they should imperm in draw phase probably, targeting your new level 8 Dragonmaid, the fantastic one. Special summons from deck, fusion summons for free basically. It's an insane card, and you can reborn it with your Dragonmaid package as well. So what does this new one do? The new one, again, it's not... well, I mean, okay, with one of the more recent Dragonmaids, it's not that hard to make. Duality is also a card that, could easily get it on the field. But it's basically a DD Crow, or it banishes on field, but if you do that, you need to bounce back a Dragon type on field. So basically one of your smaller Dragonmaids, in most preferred situations. So anyway, outside of this plays like a generic Dragonmaid deck, and it's definitely a meta contender. It somewhat depends on the list. I mean, full power Rizal is of course much better, but by the time we're actually getting these, it might actually be a meta contender. Because it can snowball into advantage rather quickly, and this was more than enough, right? So Rizal going second, Magnumwood, and 2 hand traps. So that's okay. I mean, that's the thing. Because the new support, this deck can definitely support a lot of hand traps going second, or even board breakers depending on the format. So the Veiler was needed to indeed banish the, what's the Exceed called, to get out Magnumwood and, not really trigger Detonator, but searching the bigger Dragonmaid, used its effect to target Detonator, so, it will not be able to activate its effect during the entire turn, or the rest of the entire turn. Here is where the bigger dragons, I guess, shine. Potentially threaten my opponent with the Omni Negation, the Dragonmaid fusion that negates, and, tags out for the house Dragonmaid. And Hospitality, basically a big monster reborn to get out Dark, Search, and, cheat out Fusion, Contact to Contact Fusion. For Lattice, and Lattice, special summon something from deck, basically going through all the Dragonmaids. Try to go to the battle phase. My plan here wasn't that much, actually. But, I mean, the nip is fine. I mean, I had control, even though if I passed, I think Detonator only had 1 Exceed material left, and I had so much more interruption ready for next turn. And even if they pop Lattice, I can just reborn it during their next standby phase. So I think they will lose in every situation. I mean, if it wasn't for nip, I would have had much more advantage still. So we bounce one of them because the normal summon was used on one of the exos. Yep, so we can go for the trap and draw phase, basically fuel the graveyard for the fusion summon. And that's also one of the advantages, I guess, of the light and dark dragon, is you can banish those dragons from your extra deck, which could later be used for a contact fusion or fusion summon, basically off of your lattice. So battle phase, we tag out, and this should be more than enough to attack for a game. Yups, through hand traps. Really nice. That's nice. Yeah. I mean, that's the advantage, right? If you're giving a deck 1 or 2 card combos, there's much room for hand traps. Like this particular play can stun you. Like on your normal summon, they imperm or fail your Dragonmaid, you need specific follow-up. And the light and dark dragons are there for nice follow-up. Or, force out the hand trap before. Enter Monster Reborn is also a follow-up play. So go for the Lattice, basically your preferred field. Very simple field. of Lattice, Contact, well, Fusion, basically go for the Omnification Shu. I'm not going to butcher its name. Then Reborn Chamber to search, basically setting yourself up for the next turn. And then, you know, depending on what the opponent is playing, you can act accordingly. I think we are negating the call by Yups. To trigger Seal. Seal is far too important. Bounce back the Lurry. And then we are able to trigger potentially Magnemite. Okay. Yeah, this Dragonmaid is also fine. Basically setting up more Dragonmaids. Later to be used, right? And that's the thing with if your opponent is able to, you know, break your board, all of your fusions are in the graveyard, and as you know, like, Dragonmaids can snowball, reborning their fusions super fast, so it's really easy for this deck to, you know, remake your field with all of those fusions. That's the scary part. Okay, you can break their board, but again, very similar to Snake Eyes, like one Snake Eyes Azure or whatever, they just have full combo again. It kind of feels the same with this. Well, it's not really Snake Eyes, but again, like having that fueled graveyard, you can go from there. And here, for some whatever reason, I thought I had game. I think. My mistake, but it's fine though. Couple of interruptions, we go for the fusion, the new one, I think. Yeah. So either banish a card from grave or on field in order to bounce. We seals so they cannot use the Fire King Island. Not going for the Bestial again. Yeah, okay, more Dragonmaids in order to bounce them. We banish the Lure this time, and yups, Fire King Island is only once per turn. No Charming. I was like, okay, this is fine. Let's see the hand first. And I was like, well, I'm screwed either way. So there was no. I had to establish somewhat of a board, give them a couple of draws, and you know, see from there. So again, go for the standard Dragonmaid combo, set up the graveyard, and potentially pass on Seal and Lattice plus Trap with potential hand traps. The Swallows doesn't really matter too much. So what is it? They have 7 cards, and a couple of cards we already know. And I think one of them being the field spell, the Sangan Summoning, and Lightning Storm, I think. And Geki, right? Or did I miss something? So Geki isn't definitely is getting negated. Talents, that's new, I think. So they can take control of Seal. They go for the field spell. I probably missed. Or, I took the Lightning Storm, yeah. So Pydra doesn't trigger, because again, both of them are the one. The spell searches that is there. Poetic Seal is fine. The thing is, all of my monsters are in defense, bar the monster that I just summoned, but I'm going to bounce it away. Yeah, bounce back the fire. I'm not going to trigger the pop of House Dragonmaid. I mean, they will just go for, you know, the dragon shenanigans, I guess, during battle phase, and they just pass. So this is really nice. Still in draw phase, I think. Standby phase now, Contact Fusion for Omnification. And now I should be able to establish my board and eventually go for a game, right? So tag out for Lattice to summon something. Veiler's fine, I'm not going to negate that. I have enough Dragonmaids already. We can go for the Fusion Summon for the new one, I think. Yups. High level Dragon and a Dragonmaid, or at least a Dragon Fusion, that is. The problem though is this card is a Super Poly card. So against Dragonmaid you can Super Poly their field away, and that's kind of big. Might be one of the reasons why this deck might not pop off, because of the potential threat or, you know, opponent's side decking Super Poly. Anyway, so this is more than enough. This is 8k exactly. Yep, so really nice. It's a really fun deck, and light and dark dragons definitely add, I might add more. Duality is a nice deck, but I'm not so sure if it will make the cut eventually. But again, it's a really nice card to dodge hand traps. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Leave them signing out. Peace.